Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would have a nice cozy doodle day. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do it now. If you like doodling or if you like little tutorials that I've been posting, hit that subscribe and follow along. Today we're going to be making a mandala, and it's very meditative, it's very calm, it's very cool. If you have Procreate, that's the software that I'm going to be using. If not, you can do this with pen and paper, and it's just a nice way to kind of zen out and get your mind reset for the week. So in Procreate, we're going to do this mandala. I'm not just going to do a black and white one tonight. I'm going to do a colorful one, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So right over here, I'm just going to pick the colors that I want. I have a few different palettes that I've imported and ones that I've created myself. If you're not sure what kind of color palette you want to create, you just go right over here to Pinterest, and you can go up to the search bar and you can type in color palettes. And that's going to give you some really cool ideas of different colors that you can use. And you can search through Pinterest and get lots of different color palette ideas so that you don't have to start from scratch, which is always really nice. Now, if you see one on Pinterest that you really like I think this one is so pretty. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to screenshot this. Where's my button? And to screenshot it, all you have to do is hit the on and off button with the circle button at the same time. And I'm just going to go ahead and crop these colors here. Now this is a color palette that someone put together for free. You can see right here, and if you scroll down on their actual website, they give you the hex codes here. So you can add in your color palette, you can create a brand new one from scratch, you can do one from taking a picture, you can upload a file, or you can do one from photos. So that's the one that we're gonna do. But if you don't have the photo and you wanna add in a hex code by yourself, you're gonna go over here to value, and then it's right here. So you're gonna highlight this hex code, and then you can type in whatever numbers you see. So you're gonna take these numbers and type them right there. And once you get that, it'll give you the color, and then you can add it to your own palette. So we're gonna go back over here to palettes, click plus from photo. So the photo we're gonna use is this one. And then you see it imported all of those colors from that picture. Now we can pick and choose which colors we want to use. If we want to get rid of some of these colors, or if we want to start from scratch, we can do that as well. So we're going to start with this one right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a really pretty background. So I can mix and match these colors however I want. I'm just going to go like this. And then maybe I'll do this color. Remember, we're just doodling, we're just hanging out, we're just relaxing, just seeing what colors go together if we like it and if we don't. Maybe I'll do some green. Like that. So once I get this, I can actually leave it like this because I think that actually looks kind of cool. And if I did leave it like that, obviously we don't have to do anything. If we want to blend it together, I can come up here. I can come right here to my adjustments. I can do the blur right here, and then I'm just gonna drag. See, we can totally blur it. We can do it halfway. That's kind of cool. So we'll just leave it like that. So now I'm gonna go back up here to a new layer. And this is how I do it. There's tons of different ways that you can do this, I'm sure, but this is how I do it. So I just added a new layer, and then I'm going to get some color on that layer. So for me, right now, I'm just gonna do white on that layer. Do I want to do white? Hold on. Maybe. Actually, I think I'm going to do this little off-white right here. It's kind of an off-white color. I'm going to drag it and boop. So my top layer is that off-white color. The bottom layer is that cool stripe design that we made. And so now what I'm going to do on this top layer, so we want to make sure that that one is still selected. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to click on Canvas. Click on Drawing Guide, Edit Drawing Guide, Symmetry, Options. And then what I like to do is Radial, and then sometimes I'll do rotational. So let's do rotational today. It just adjusts the way that the image rotates around the circle. So we're gonna do that one, and then sometimes depending on what color your background is, you might want to change the colors of the lines. So you can do that just by tapping up here. You can change them to pink, whatever. We'll say done. All right, so now we are ready to rock and roll and start creating our mandala. Now the brush that I've been using this whole time is right here. It's Monoliners Blobby Smooth. That's my brush. And actually, that's the brush that I've been using. And what I'm gonna do now, since this top layer is that off-white color, I'm gonna go over here to my eraser and I'm gonna pick, we'll just do the same brush, boop, good. And then this is where we're gonna adjust the size. So we can make it really huge like that, or we can make it small. Totally up to us what we want to do. And now is the fun part. We can do whatever we want. And what we're doing, since we have that eraser tool, we're just erasing parts of that top layer so we can see the layer underneath. This is the way that I like to work because it's always a surprise, which I kind of like. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's exciting. So we're just going to start making shapes, and we're going to make it really relaxing, and we're just going to hang out. Maybe we're going to think about stuff that we're gonna do this weekend, or I don't know. Now we can have some of our images go off the edge because it doesn't really matter right now. All we're doing right now is doodling, we're relaxing, we're coming down off of a crazy week, whatever it is. So our focus is just on the shapes that we're making. We're not even worried about the end product. Another cool thing, I really like doing mandalas, but there's also something called Zentangles. They're really cool. Just look them up on Pinterest and you can see what they are, but it's line art basically. It's really fun. And if we don't like something, we're just gonna 2-finger tap and erase. Now what we can do, now that we're kind of here at this point and we're like, I don't know what I want to do next. I erased those little lines. I didn't end up liking them. But what we can do is we can draw on top of this as well. So we can go back over here to our actual paintbrush, and we can, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to click and then I'm going to say drawing assist. And what that's going to do is it's going to basically copy, but it's going to give us the grid lines so that we can do that. So now we're on layer 3. I'm actually going to change this to pure white now, and we'll just see what happens there. So we can add in some little lines or little dots. Just, I feel like this just gives it some dimension. It gives it some pop. Do I like that? I don't know. I like that though. I'm gonna go in and erase that heart. So I'm gonna go back to layer 2, click on my eraser. I'm going to erase the inside of that heart so we get more color action going on, like that. And maybe I'll zoom in a little bit and I can erase some more areas. All I'm doing is finding shapes, just finding some shapes that I can color in. That, maybe we're gonna cut that shape. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to layer 3, back to my brush. I kind of like to pop shapes like that. I think it's kind of fun. Okay, so what I'm looking at right now is I do like this layer, but I feel like it needs a little bit more texture. So I'm just gonna hide these top 2 layers, this one and that one. And I'm gonna click layer 1 and I'm gonna go over here to my brushes. And we're gonna look at different textures that we have. We're gonna look at different luminance that we have. I think I'm gonna go into luminance and go to bokeh lights. I don't know how to say that. Is that right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I said that even remotely close to what it was supposed to be. But I kind of like these because it gives, again, we're going for that dimension, which we like. Give it a little extra pop. If we want to see what it's looking like, we can go over here. And then it's very subtle, but if you see right here, we have a little bit of dimension, a little bit of texture going on, and I just kind of really like that. So I'm going to do a little bit more up here in the corners, maybe. Let's see. Ooh, I like that, but it's too much. Let's do it a little bit lighter. All right, that's good enough for now. Cool. So we have a little bit of texture going on. It's not as flat, which I like. I might do a little bit more in the middle. Now what I'm gonna do is I'll add another layer. We're gonna do the same thing, go up here to drawing assist to add in. I'm actually getting this to a place where I kind of like it. It's kind of relaxed. What if we did this? Okay, so what I'm thinking about right now is this shape right here. I feel like it's a little too much. So I'm gonna break it up a little bit into a different design. I like that a little bit better. And maybe I'll even go in with that eraser. We're on the eraser now, and we're on layer 3, layer 2. We're on layer 2 right now. And I just kind of broke up that shape so it's not just a big circle. And the other place I want to break up is this area right here. So we're still on that layer 2, and I'm going to go back to my eraser. And I have a few different brushes that I've imported. Like I have this glitter brush, Field of Stars. I have this glitter brush. I have animal print. I think that's kind of cool. There's a ton of different animal prints, and they're perfectly repeating patterns, which is awesome. I'm just gonna go in here and look for, I want something that's, yep, just like this. I want something that's kind of like sporadic dots. Oh, that's a little too big. I kind of like that, but it's too circular. What if we did something like this? There it is. I like that better. There. Now we've added in a little bit of texture there, which I like. Okay, so now we've added in a little bit of texture there. I kind of like this design. It's very, I don't know. I love just what happens when you're not even thinking. And that's what's happening here. So now what we can do, if we really like this, we're actually gonna go over, like let's say we wanted to turn this into a pillow. We're gonna go over here to Printify. We're gonna log in. We're gonna go up here to Catalog. We're gonna go over to Home and Living, go down to Pillows. And then I'm just gonna show you what it'll look like. So that's the pillow that we're gonna put it on. We're gonna go back to Procreate. We're gonna share to PNG. We're just gonna save it to our photos. Save image. Back over here to Printify, start designing. Then we're gonna upload from my device. There, we're gonna say use. And then we're gonna be able to see what our design actually looks like on a product, which is awesome. And even if we're like, I don't wanna sell this or anything, we can still see what it looks like. We're gonna drag it so it's bigger, and then I'm gonna duplicate. Okay, so we're gonna copy, duplicate, move this one over here, and then we're gonna say preview, and it's gonna give us what the pillow is gonna look like. Look how cute. The back, which is the same, and the side. There you go. So if you like this, you can save your product and go ahead and upload it to your store. But I hope you guys liked doodling with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.